Every Monday, our spirit medium, Lisa LANNO, joins us with a guest looking to connect with a loved one who's passed on. This week, Heidi Marquis is joining us, and she'd like to connect with her grandmother. Thank you both for being with us. Lisa, good to see you once again. So, Heidi, you sent Lisa an email, and tell us exactly what it said.
It was just a picture of my grandmother, and that I would be interested in contacting her. No details, nothing.
And Lisa?
Well, she showed me a lovely picture, and the first thing I thought was, this lady is the cutest lady I've ever seen. She's just tiny and cute, and you couldn't see it, but she was tiny?
Yeah.
She's a little itty bitty thing?
5'2".
Oh yeah, that's
a lot.
Just a cute thing. I see her giggling. She's very happy, and she's very bubbly, but she's not loud.
Right.
She's cute and giggly and kind of, you know, just like I said, adorable. I wrote her as adorable. And you know, and I've told the viewers that I do get these validations ahead of time because of time.
Okay.
The time that we have here. And one thing she said was, and I'll say this nicely, oh, come on in. She's very friendly, but she said, but the place is a mess.
She tried her best to keep clean,
She kept
keep the
things.
house. Yeah.
She kept things.
She's a hoarder.
And, well, you know, that's a lot. People that grew up in the Depression, a lot of them are like that, so it's not unusual. One thing that happened on the way down was I said, let me see or hear or smell something. And she gave me the smell of musty clothes or musty newspapers. And she said it was because of the water. Now, I didn't know if that was a leak or a flood, but does this make sense to you?
Yeah, we live by the water and the basement floods.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes things kind of smell musty.
Okay, so that makes sense to you. All right, good, because I wasn't quite sure what that meant. She says she's very casual. She dresses casually. She's not a fancy person.
Right.
She talks about your grandfather constantly. Yeah. Just constantly. I mean, she was madly in love with this man. This is the love of her life. And there they were. She says, I worked around him. And I asked her, what do you mean you worked around him? And she said, I worked around him when he wasn't well. That she like cleaned up, and I see her doing things for him, kind of waiting on him.
A lot, yeah.
And that makes sense?
Yep. She would serve him, basically.
Okay, but now you
clean up after him.
You did tell me, though, in the green room that there was a large age difference, so he was ill. She doesn't want anybody to think he was lazy.
No.
Because he wasn't. He was just a lot older.
Yeah.
And he was ill. One thing she told me to tell you, and I don't know what it means, she just said, white bread with sandwiches. Tell her about the white bread. And she sounded kind of mad.
Yeah, she would lecture my dad about eating peanut butter and jellies right before bed.
Was it on white bread?
That he was going to gain weight, from white bread.
She kept going, don't forget, it's white bread. You asked about when she passed. I felt something in the chest area. She said everybody came to see me. I wasn't in my right mind. She's okay now. They're not mad at you or anybody for being put in a place where she said I was protected. Okay, the other thing that's very important that I want to get to before time runs out is the baby. The baby, you asked me about a baby. She said that the baby came in sick. Now, I could just tell you, everything's fine, she's with the baby. But, and this is
my baby, my older brother.
Brother, okay, so it's not your child.
No.
And she said, he came into the world sick. And she said, I saw a tube and that he couldn't eat.
Right.
And the other thing she said, that you said something about this was important. She said he wasn't shaken.
Right.
And I don't know.
My niece has shaken baby syndrome. She's a shaken baby survivor. So she made that connection, I guess.
Okay. Because I don't know why I would have said something like that.
Right, okay.
Heidi, before we run out of time, was there any one final question or concern or sort of answer that you wanted Lisa to give you sort of peace of mind before we run out of time?
I just wanted to know that she wasn't upset with the way that she passed, being in hospice.
No, not at all. And she showed me, I asked her for a scent to come to visit you with, and not musty things. And she said, well, there's mothballs. And I said, no, give her something. And she said, I wear Ginate. That's what she said.
Oh my God.
Perfume?
Yeah.
That will be your scent. It's better than mothballs. You don't want mothballs. when you smell that smell, just say, hi, Grandma. I know you're with me.
Heidi, you're very emotional. Did you think you were going to have this much of a connection with what Lisa found out?
No,
she wouldn't even
I'm
Facebook
not a believer.
Yeah.
I'm ultimate skeptic.
So you're very skeptical before coming here.
Yeah. No, I'm convinced.
Yeah, it looks to be that way.
She wouldn't friend request me. She said she was skeptical.
I didn't want to give away details.
Well, Heidi, thanks so much for being with us and sharing
Thank
this
you.
experience. I know it can be very emotional and very stressful. And Lisa, always good to see you.
Same
Thanks
here.
for being here. Of course, you have an event coming up. Why don't you tell us about that?
I do. I have an event on the 25th of August, and it's for Kathy's Variety Rescue. So we are going to help save Rottweilers and Notweilers, which means any dog that's not a Rottweiler.
That's not a Rottweiler. Okay,
But they do
perfect.
specialize in Rottweiler, which just happens to be my favorite breed, even though I have Chihuahuas. So that's going to be in Waterford, Connecticut.
Tickets are available. They're $25 a piece, right?
And bring some dog food. You bring cans of dog food.
Donations.
And
Appreciate it.
you'll get a free tarot reading or in a drawing for a free tarot reading from me.
Great. All right, thanks, Lisa. Heidi, thank you once again for being with us. Now, if you're interested in talking to our spirit medium, Lisa LANNO, about a loved one who's passed away, just send her an email, mediummondays@yahoo.com. Include a picture and your email address. And you also have to be available to come on to the show Mondays between 9 and 10 a.m. We'll be right back.